Yep.
They did. We saw just that 360. Was there something added to the 360 dunk that we haven't seen in dunk contests? Yes. Think of how hard that is to do. Think of how many high flyers have spent how much time trying to come up with new stuff on dunks, and we saw it. We saw a new 360, and the level of difficulty in doing it was increased. That was an awesome dunk. And Larry Nance Jr., in his father's old jersey, in the dunk contest, bringing out the same dunk was awesome. It was just a great moment. And the double tap off the glass by Larry Nance Jr., we saw new stuff, we saw creative stuff, we saw a nod to the past. That's excellent. I thought the dunk contest was excellent.
Dennis Smith Jr. I thought he should have won. That was
Dennis
the best one, in my
Smith,
opinion.
no question. And all I can tell you is, three-point contest, skills contest, all-star game, whatever, you can think about it. It's about the dunk contest. All-star game weekends, that's the thing you remember, is the dunk contest. I thought it was a pretty good one. I was into it. I think all-star festivities were very good this year.
It was all right. It didn't really move me that much, but I'm spoiled because the bottom line is, listen, I miss Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon. I miss them both. I wish they both were participating. Those brothers were on another level. And so I didn't see anybody Saturday night that compared to what I saw from those two over the previous couple of years. Let me be very, very clear. Plus, I'm somebody that loves the three-point shooting contest as well. I just love to see it. Devin Booker was sensational in that last round, even though Klay Thompson is no joke either because he's one of the greatest shooters we've ever seen as well. But I don't dismiss.
What happened to Paul George, Stephen A?
Well, it was just a bad. Well, listen, Paul George is a scorer. Paul George is a scorer who can shoot threes. He's not a three-point shooter per se. He's a scorer who can shoot threes. There's a difference. But I look at Devin
airballing
Booker,
a couple shots in the contest is a bad
I heard you. Here's the deal. When you talk about the slam dunk or the three-point contest, I don't dismiss the slam dunk or the three-point contest just that way. It's just as valuable to me as the slam dunk contest, unless you have some sensational dunks. I didn't see that Saturday night. I thought that Dennis Smith Jr. probably should have won himself, but I'm a fan of Donovan Mitchell. Nevertheless, I just wish that, the days of Vince Carter and Dominique and Jordan before him, even Kobe in his rookie year and stuff like that. I miss that kind of stuff. I didn't see anything like that Saturday night. It just didn't move me like that. I didn't see anything innovative. I didn't see anything that really, really stood out. I just looked at it from the standpoint I found myself craving. When you find yourself craving for a Zach LaVine or an Aaron Gordon, that tells you that something is missing from this year's contest. It was good. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't horrible by any stretch. It was good. But when it comes to the slam dunk contest, I've seen sensational, and I didn't see too much sensation Saturday night.
Well, I mean, to say Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon, you're bringing up the best dunk contest of modern NBA history. That was the one. That compares to Vince Carter and Dominique going up against Jordan, although Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon aren't Vince Carter, let alone Dominique Wilkins, let alone Michael Jordan. But still, the action they produced, the dunks they produced, you just named the three greatest dunk contests. I wouldn't put this in the top four, but if you're saying this is a good dunk contest or not, yeah. It's more memorable than a lot of the dunk contests in the past, and we saw new dunks from rising stars. And not only that, it's interesting you bring up dunk contests of the past. Guys like Kenny Walker have won them, guys who weren't star players. The players in this contest, Nance Jr. is an interesting young player, of course, but Dennis Smith Jr. and Donovan Mitchell are very young, rising stars in the league who are putting on that kind of display. And I think that elevates it a little bit more. It's not just athletic guys. They couldn't find anyone else to be in the contest, and they came out with a spectacular dunk. They were getting spectacular dunks. We're on the same page. It's not Gordon LaVine. It's not Dominique and Jordan, but spectacular dunks from rising stars, from players who we expect to see at all-star games in the future, multiple times. I think that makes a difference, too. This is one of the better ones. I think the dunk contest generally, the way we're complaining about the all-star game, it went through a lull where we were complaining about the dunk contest, and that has not been the case recently. We've had good dunk contests recently, and this is one of them.
Well, listen, I remember when Nate Robinson and Dwight Howard were going up against one another. I thought that was better than this. I mean, I look. I remember when Spud Webb won the slam dunk contest. That was better than this. And so what I'm saying is, again, I didn't
about
say it was
Blake Griffin
poor.
over the car?
I didn't say Blake Griffin too, but then he jumped over the. He didn't jump over the roof.
I liked the prop. I know it was over the hood.
I'm sorry. What, we gonna interrupt before I have an opportunity to comment to what you were saying? The fact is that Blake Griffin jumped over the hood, not the roof of a Kia. Had he jumped over the roof, I would have been more interested in it. But jumping over the hood didn't necessarily move me.
That is fine.
They cheated it a little bit. The hood versus
exactly. They cheated a little bit.
Little bit. But you know what? I'll go. Spud Webb's dunk contest. I don't remember that whole contest. I remember a 5'6" dude dunking. You know, like that. I remember throwing, bouncing it and dunking. And so yeah, I put that over this. Dwight Howard with the cape, the big guy versus the little guy, say Nate Robinson. Yeah, that's around this, maybe more because Dwight Howard is considered a better player, I guess. But this fits in to one of those kind of contests, maybe a half notch below. I thought it was really good, better than a bunch of the contests we were complaining about. I think the overall picture how about the weekend as a whole is it was a success and the league is moving it in the right direction. Whatever complaints we had over the last several years about the All-Star game and before that about the dunk contest have been addressed and are moving it in the right direction. It's not perfect, but it was a success in my opinion.
And no complaints about the city. We can all agree on that. Gentlemen, we will leave it there. When we come back, LeBron showed last night why he's the best player in the world.